What's going on with you guys? Another video. Feeling my energy is kind of in the right place to put out a good video, good message, This video is just gonna be really simple, being in the present moment, taking a deep breath. Leave your stress to the side, leave your ego to the side, leave everything to the side. Completely empty your mind, A lot of things hide in disguise, but we're waking up and we're seeing through the illusion and realizing we're part of the solution. So right now, my feet are in the grass, feet are in the soil. The key is to connect our energy to the frequency of the earth. So what happens when we do that? What happens when we put our feet to the earth is basically we're taking in those free electrons, we're decreasing inflammation. This is the quickest way to heal the root chakra. It's by grounding and realizing, this is for a lot of, you know who you are. Grounding ourselves in this reality, realizing, balancing these high frequencies, balancing these spiritual downloads and grounding these things into our everyday experience, A lot of times, when you go down the rabbit holes, when you first start to awaken, you feed your mind all this information, you kind of overdo it. My thing that I realized, my lesson to give to you is to just let everything just be and let everything just kind of flow naturally, in the moment. Because when we're grounded, we are present. And one thing that, kind of hit me was, think about smoking, think about, excessive eating, anything, it's all about grounding in the nervous system, realizing, activating that parasympathetic nervous system, whether it's through meditation, whether it's through deep breathing, whether it's through different pranayamas, which is nostril breathing. These are different things we can apply. And just realizing, guys, that, being of service is our power. Being authentic is our power. Speaking the truth, that's your power. And just realize it's all within you, man. Everything is already happening for you. And really just get connected with the earth, We come out here connected to these energies. We start to raise our vibration because we're attuning to our natural state. We're attuning to that I am, that the self. So, when we're healing ourselves, we naturally start to heal. The healing takes place when we get out of our own way and we allow our true selves to come online. So with putting our feet in the grass, we're taking and clearing that energy out of the mental, emotional body, bringing it back to its core, bringing it back to the center. And the thing is, you guys are already whole, complete, and worthy. You're unconditional love. This is the thing. And, shout out to RJ Spina. Would it come to this realization in this moment if it wasn't for coming across some of these teachings and, the wisdom that's innate already within us and the wisdom that's innate within nature. And, nature is self. When we come back to self, we heal. We breathe, we clear the chakra system, we clear and align and renew some of these energy channels. So knowing that we're more than the physical bodies, that this is really kind of the, how could you say it? Kind of the tail to the snake, and the head of the snake, you could say, is the spirit or that energetic realm or those subtle higher bodies, and aligning these things. The key is to really not regurgitate and just stay authentic and be in a flow state and using thoughts to create in a way to where you're not thinking, you're free from that false belief-based ego quant identity. One thing I'm realizing is the ego is the victim. The ego thinks it like the ego lacks accountability and all these things. It's basically who we think we are that we're not. And who we think we're not, which is that healed self, which is that abundant self, which is that prosperous self, it is already within you, Taking your power back is using your voice. Taking your power back is being impeccable, having the eloquence and the, articulation to speak your mind, to speak your unique energy and your vibration. So when we change our frequency, we really change our life. And it's when we tune back to nature, feeding the grass. I'm grounding as I'm doing this. So Gratitude to Mother Earth, to Gaia, you know. We are one with nature. We are a cosmic design by natural law. So when we follow natural law, we realize the Tao, you know, the Tao, however they like to call it, kind of that effortless living, non-action but action, realizing that all there is really the present. And when we enter the present, our mind's automatically empty. We become like water. We become like water and we become more still. So just realize the power is really inside all of you, you know. We are one with Christ. Christ is within us, and this whole ascension and awakening is to become Christed in a sense. It's almost a rebirth and a renewal on a spiritual level. And metaphorically, you can see, you know, Yeshua, you know, Christ, Jesus, however you want to call it, the resurrection. These are just metaphors to mirror back to us our, you know, potential and our evolution. You know, ascended masters are just mirrors to our potential, and we can embody this energy, and we can pull and ground this energy and these downloads to ourselves, you know, to serve and to give, being a blessing to receive a blessing, you know. It's not fixing or trying to help or trying to heal others and, you know, kind of not be in their way. Authenticity is the highest frequency, and your health is your wealth. You know, I'll put you on a few games. Study your universal laws, you know. Tap in with self-realized nature provides the healing. You know, whether it's you're dealing with something, you have to have the faith that it is already done and it is already healed, because your self-healing ability is natural. It's within us. You know, like I said, when we come back to the mighty I am, when we anchor back in our true selves, the healing starts to take place. And it's when we can detach and get out of our own way, we start to notice these things. So just having that awareness, you know, awareness is the first step of change. And just learn to almost be in that Taoist, like stay in Zen, you know. Being mindful, full, mind, full. And just breathe, you know. There's a lot of wisdom in this silence, you know, because it's like conversations with God. God is all around us right now, and it is within us, you know. It's like we're an indirect fractal of God, and we lack nothing. You know, look at reflection, abundance within, abundance without. You notice the abundance is all around you, you know, as within, as without. So it's really just catching ourselves unconsciously, catching ourselves with the subconscious limitations and transcending it, bringing those limits. You can't listen. You can't limitate something infinite. This is a real thing the Spirit had to have me say. You can't limitate something infinite. So have the confidence and know that this is your natural self. You were not born in lack. You were not born insecure. These are your natural, divine, God-given birthright. So just breathing that in and let that truth marinate. And just realize, you know, who am I? You know, you gotta let go of the past sometimes. You gotta come to the awareness when you're in the pressure, you know, when you're in the storm, when it feels like you're in that environment, when it feels like certain things are occurring, it's all happening for you. So do not let that fear, do not let lower vibrations pull you down. You're the awareness of it all. It cannot touch you. This is full out the truth. It cannot touch you unless we misperceive and misidentify and end up attaching with some phenomena outside. Yeah, shout out to the geese. It's these natural healing sounds that bring us back to homeostasis, brings us back to equilibrium, as you could say. And just close your eyes and just come home to yourself, you know, come home to who you really are. We don't have to keep being fake. We don't have to keep living inauthentic. You don't have to keep giving your power away. You don't have to keep doing the same thing, you know. And it's not every day is the same. All there is now. Every moment you have another choice. And it's the power of choice that we claim our authenticity and claim our sovereignty. Never let what's out here dictate what's in here. You know what I mean? Because it's when we stop reacting. It's when we stop judging. It's when we let go of all these false self-habits of the ego conditioning, you know, societal conditioning, all this stuff. It's like we lose our memory, in a sense, to remember, you know, remember to remember. We lose our memory. We're in this amnesia-like state down here. And then we start to kind of peel back the layers, you know, the veil starts to, things start to happen, you know, in life. You know, and it can seem crazy. It can seem like a trial. It can seem like why, you know, never get trapped in that victim state because the ego loves that, you know. So it's really just getting aware of it and transcending it. So know the powers within you. You have the ability to transcend any limitation because, like I said, you can't limitate something infinite. So just breathe that in and just know that you're already healed. You know, this is something that I've been kind of meditating on. It's the quantum field and how it really operates, how this reality, you know, this time-space matrix or this dream state really works, you know. And if you're tuning in, you will know what I mean because it should resonate. And if it doesn't resonate, then that's how it is what it is. You know, I'm learning to not resist. It's the law of non-resistance, and it's the law of the present moment. And another one is the law of faith, realizing that faith is a much stronger vibration. See frequencies, you know, emotions, everything has a bandwidth to it, has a vibration to it. So when we see these lower contracted energies, we can become aware that that's what's kind of causing the dis-ease, you know, what is manifesting, you know. If we can heal ourselves energetically, we can actually combat and prevent things manifesting physically. So just look at any symptoms, you know, physically you're having, that is not permanent, and that is only coming up for you to heal. So just know that. A lot of times, it's like your body's really a mirror, you know, your body is, in a way, the unconscious mind. And things, you know, like I said, see it as layers, right? You got the energy body, and you got your physical body, you got the emotional, mental, certain layers of this auric field. And back to that, when we heal ourselves energetically, perfect example, is putting your feet in the grass, doing that meditation, tapping in and just knowing thyself. And it's a process. Remember, this is not a rush to enlightenment. This is not a rush to who's going to be the freaking Messiah or some shit. You know what I mean? Let all that stuff go. Let the spiritual ego go. That is a trickster. And it's something that I've finally have got my grips on. So just take your confidence back by being authentic and realizing that, you know, everything's happening for your advantage. It's all happening for you to really evolve, straight up. Like it's just all happening to really evolve. Like you have the power in the present, not in the past, not in the future. That past future split is the egoic mind, identity, you know. Don't believe, no. Don't hope, don't try. It's do or don't. Know it, know it. You know what I mean? You gotta realize that nothing can really touch you out here. You gotta, in a way, protect your energy, but don't be overly protective because that can manifest in more things. It's like what you're emitting is what you're getting. With our inner self-talk, we're constantly in this communion or this connection. Whether even we're conscious of it or not, the universe is like, oh, this is the vibration you're on. I'm gonna give you some more of that. You know, you're talking about this, talking about that. Where you're putting your attention is your attraction. Where you're putting your attention is where you're putting your energy. So if we can actually master that, master our attention, master our mind, you know what I'm saying, and align all three, like equilibrium, you know, MBS equilibrium. Just coming out in nature, realizing like everything is happening. Like look at that beauty, guys. Look at that. Just soak it in. Just soak it in. Because the Earth's frequency is raising right now. There's a lot of good energy for us to take in, and you know, Mother Earth provides for its creatures. You know, look at all the animals. They're not tripping. They're not rat racing around for their next meal. I don't see a squirrel tripping where it's gonna get its next meal. You know what I mean? It's just when we come back to the natural law of things and what, you know, life really is. It's about love. It's about service. It's about creativity, evolution, ascension, remembrance. So it's really a beautiful thing. Like, guys, affirm it. I am glowing. I am growing. I am evolving. I am coming to the awareness. You know, I am releasing everything that no longer serves my highest calling, my heart's desire. So this, yeah, like you guys got this, man. I want to speak life. I want to let the Most High, you know, the Prime Creator, you know, come through just as a vessel. 'Cause that's really all we are. Don't get so tied into this costume, this character, and this, you know, appearance. You're gonna be a lot freer. You're gonna love yourself a lot more. And it's just when you're open, you know, you're open to the infinite possibilities. It's only the ego that doubts things. And remember, doubt is, I love this. It came from Supercharged Self-Healing. And I highly recommend people check out this book. It's really revolutionary, life-changing. So doubt is like water to the high frequency of your intention. So remember, do not doubt anything. If we can just slowly prime and deprogram, and this is the best place to do it. This is the best place to do it. And guys, while we're transitioning a little bit, wanting to get in the right environment, wanting to kind of move out of these cities, kind of move out of places that your spirit is kind of calling you to go to, I feel you, I'm on the same thing. So it's just, trust the process, realize that in this contrast, we're giving clarity. And there's something from the Tao Te Ching I heard earlier, be content in the low places. We're content in the low places, so then we can transcend and move to the higher places. It's kind of funny, it's really paradoxical the way the universe is sometimes. It's like, you'll have to experience being lonely, and you'll have to master. You may have to master not having, financial things, not having money, certain things like that. But it's really a shift in perspective. And this is a little something I got for you. It's called polarity switching, polarity shifting. If you can be weak, you can be strong. If you can be poor, you can be rich. If you can feel insecure, you can be confident. Look at it as like you got the ego, and then you got the true self. The real you is not lacking anything. The real you is whole, complete, and enough. So it's just, get out your own way. Live life. I'm telling you guys, it's not worth to just sit and allow other things, letting the opinions of others, letting other people's behaviors, actions, how they project on you, all these things. Guys, remember, pure consciousness, pure awareness, I am. None of it affects you. We create our reality, And you're always protected, man. Your angels are always by your side. Nature provides healing. This is natural law. It is designed very complex to sustain life and to be conducive to life and evolution and healing and all these things. This is our natural state, The more that I come to this and meditate out here on this, we're not supposed to be sick. What makes us sick is our fears, is what we do unconsciously, the ego having the grips. The pattern subconscious egoic mind, is Master R likes to say. And what I realize is like there's a master inside all of us, just awaiting to be awoken. You can live how you deem right to live. You don't have to conform and shrink and dim. It's almost like when you truly have had enough, you've had enough. Remember that. When you've truly had enough, you won't suffer anymore. You won't suffer anymore. Even if you're feeling sensations of pain, it comes and goes. You're just awareness of it all. You're the detached observer of it all. And in this type of state, in this, we could say a higher state of consciousness and raising our energy to it. Just like a crystal, you can attune your energy, your vibration, to that version, to that reality, and harness it and hold it. Watch what happens. Because your manifestation, it's all waiting for you. I'm realizing, I am aligned action. We're aligning everything, thoughts, emotions, behaviors, actions. We're like aligning it all. Like you have to embody that state internally first. So don't let what's out on the screen really dictate your vibration. It's all about holding your frequency and mastering that and not allowing anything to knock you off your groundedness, knock you off your roots, just like a tree. Even, there's hidden secrets, there's hidden teachings that become actually apparent when we just look. Eyes to see, ears to hear, intuition, a heart to feel, We're not here to be competing and going insane and running in circles. Calm down, take a deep breath, and ground yourself. I'm sending grounded energy through the screen, straight to you. So it's like when we be a blessing and receive all the past stuff that happened in the past. Drop it all. Just drop it all. Let go of it. Let go of that story that you're telling yourself that is keeping you in a place where you know that you're better than and you don't deserve that. It's all about setting boundaries, you know what I'm saying? Like, guys, consciousness is stronger than narcissism. And even in a weird way, I realize even some of the contrast, the darkness, things we feel like it's kind of attacking us. You're not attacked. Don't say that. It's not real. I'm telling you guys, it's not real. Like when you get those thoughts that are, trying to think they're trying to kill you or something, they're trying to make you miserable. It's not real. I'm telling you, it's not real. It's our misidentification. It's when we attach to the thought. It just comes and goes. You're the awareness to self. You know what I mean? Just like a tree, it's grounded, it's planted. So remember natural laws, guys. Like, you guys all deserve to literally be free. You deserve to know the knowledge of self. And it's not even really knowledge, it's wisdom. It's transcending knowledge. So just a special shout out, you know what I'm saying, to all the guides, all the teachers, and things that the universe has led our way. Realize it's in divine timing. You know, it got to that point where I was almost feeling like super depressed, super in this state where I was just like, that happens. You know, the dark night of the soul, it happens. Let it happen. Embrace that. Embrace that cocoon phase. Embrace that period of letting go. When you truly let go, we open up our energy to the infinite possibilities of the divine. Just remember that. You are not limited. You are not those fears. You are not all those damn lies. You know, you're unique in your own way. There's no one that can do what you do. Just like the tone of your voice, no one can match. Your essence is unique in itself, so embrace that, you know? Just come out in nature and just do your own, do what is really best for you in an intuitive manner, you know what I'm saying? Don't let other things dictate your state. So yeah, master your vibration and just hold that frequency. I don't know who this message is for, but hold that frequency, hold the energy of being it already. You're gonna, Mike Tyson said it, you gotta be it before you become it, you know? So self-love, man, it's not just an affirmation writing down, it's really discipline, it's really, you know, caring enough about yourself to really, to evolve, man, to care enough to even want to do this shit, you know? Don't let the world just box your mind, man. Look how free it is out here. Look how free that our planet really is. Do not let this Babylon, this box mindset, man, this crab in a bucket, it's not real. I'm telling you guys, master your attention and you'll master your attraction. Don't pay attention to things that are draining you and keeping you down. This is what I learned. You know, you'll always, it's like don't be somebody's prisoner, man. Don't be anyone's prisoner, not even yourself, because the ego is what traps us in here. But when you let that go, drop the energy out the mental and emotional body, bring it to your sentience, that seat right in between your heart and spine, your sentience, that I am. That's the real you. So the real you is not lacking nothing. It's only a matter, now it's really just a matter of being in this process, being graceful, being gentle with ourselves while we remember, you know what I'm saying, while we remember who we are. So just be patient, be gentle, don't beat yourself up no more, man, let that go. Love yourself unconditionally. That's what you deserve and that's what you are. Everything happens for a reason, man. Everything happens in divine orchestration. We signed up for some of this stuff, you know. So once you realize, you know, it's all a game, and when you're in the game, you learn how to play the game, and then you learn how to create your own. So peace and love, guys. I'm glad that I was the spirit, you know, all praises to that infinite, you know, divine creator that is moving through everything, consciousness. So it's really a blessing. It's really a blessing to be able to do this stuff, man. Like, know you're the power, you're the key. Never be afraid to be authentic, because fear is what keeps us weak. Fear is the biggest trickster, and so is our mind sometimes, guys. So when a thought comes, man, just become aware of it. Don't attach to it. Don't ruminate on it. Just let it pass, and be that Buddha. You know what I'm saying? Be that Zen. Observe it. Just observe it, and be mindful. And slow down a little bit, because everything's gonna be okay. I don't know what you've been worrying about, what you've been tripping about, but everything's gonna be alright. You're gonna heal. You're gonna be in that environment. You're about to be abundant. You're about to be getting, whew. I feel it for you guys. I feel it in the collective. We are coming to that point. We're coming to that point where we're gonna either step in new earth and we're gonna just let whatever's not, if they don't wanna wake up, and fuck it. More balling. It's not ego, it's not, thinks he's better than people. It's not about that, bro. Just let that shit go. Let that shit go, man. And just flow. And just breathe and just, yeah, bask in that silence. It's all good. But don't allow people to fucking bitch you. Don't walk on eggshells for nobody, guys. Because I know I'm not alone in this shit, you know, narcissistic bullshit. These motherfuckers, I know exactly what it is. And I know their games, and I know their tricks. You gotta almost kind of know what you're up against. And when I say enemy, you kind of got to study. You kind of got to know, okay, what is opposing? What is, get to the source of what's leaking your power, and then transcend it through the light of your awareness, transcend it through your presence. I'm telling you, man, you are powerful beyond measure. This is why we're afraid to win. And the moment we realize false evidence appearing real, like that's it. Like, don't get comfortable in that carnal, fleshly, desire or whatever. I don't know how to explain it. You feel what I'm saying though? Just make it on your own way. I'm speaking to a certain tribe. I'm speaking to my soul family, connecting with you guys, man. I want you guys to know that you're doing great, that everything is really happening. I'm not on some fluffy duffy self-help bullshit. It's really about, tapping in, being real with ourselves, being real with each other, and not being afraid to speak our truth. So yeah, I could go on for hours. I'm gonna stay consistent, stay abundant, and stay present. Be in that timeless space and watch the magic take place. Peace and love, family. Whole new wave of light, vision to fruition.